Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon. Today I want to highlight a specific rule that gave me some trouble in Clank Legacy 2, Acquisitions Incorporated, Darkest Magic, and that is the marking of cards and the scratching off of cards. This is easily the newest kind of game mechanic that has been added to this version of the game that was not present in the Clank Legacy 1 and is quite new to board games in general. I've yet to see it. It is a lot of fun to do, very exciting, but it took us a while to wrap our heads around it. Now, if you read the rule book cover to cover, word for word, you maybe picked this all up, but I feel like some of these rules were kind of scattered around the rule book, and me being a veteran Clank player, I perused the rule book. I'll just be honest. I know how to play Clank. I played through Clank Legacy 1, and so I probably overlooked some stuff, but I feel like if everything was in one spot, it'd be a lot easier to take in. So everything I'm about to show you is either starter cards or something that they're going to tell you to bring out during setup. So I wouldn't consider this spoilerish. I'm not going to show you anything that has been scratched off, but let's get on with it. So first of all, in order to scratch off a card, you need to be able to have these symbols here. So here are two examples on these two cards. This is the scratch off symbol. Now, but playing this card does not give you the ability to scratch off a card. That's what some people in my group thought. For a second, I thought that was correct. Oh, I play this card. It's in the row with everything else, or the column with everything else. I get to pick a card and scratch it off. That would be a little crazy. Then we thought, oh, when you play this card, you then cover it up. You mark it, and we'll talk about marking it here in a second, and then you get scratched. But so basically every time you play this card, you get to scratch something off, but then you've covered it up. Well, that's not even true. You have to be in a situation where you get to mark a card. So here is an example of a card that is telling you to mark an available blue card. So you're not going to see the symbol, which is on the back or inside the rule book, which looks like a colorful stamp. Let me show it to you. That's what I was looking for. I've yet to see that symbol except in the rule book. What you're going to see is specific text on cards that says mark an available blue card. Well, how do you mark a card? Well, I completely overlooked this because I know how to set up a game of Clank. You're actually supposed to dive into the secret sticker stash before the game even starts. And on page 1, every character gets these sets of stickers that you actually have to cut up. They're more like this. You actually have to cut these up so they fit in your little tuck box. But you'll see it comes with a bunch of little rectangular stickers and a bunch of big circle stickers. When you are given the chance to mark an available card, and it's always going to say blue card. That's important because blue cards are in the adventure row. These are the cards you purchase. They're not your starting cards. They're not the reserve that is always there available. That's 2 and 3. And they are not monsters because monsters are always red. Your starting cards are always gray. Reserves are always gold, I think. So it's going to be a blue card. It's going to be one of these that's in the, market deck, essentially. But this says mark an available blue card. Well, you can actually take any card. Here is an example of one that you could mark. The area that you're marking is this little almost tombstone-like area right here. Now, marking of cards has gameplay. The fact that you've marked this card will come up later in the game. We're not going to get into all that, but there is a reason why you may want to mark a card even if it doesn't have a scratch off symbol underneath. Obviously, at the beginning of the game, everybody wants to scratch something off. So you're going to look for cards like this, where if you mark this card, you would get to then scratch something off. So it's not that when you purchase this card, you get to scratch something off. Even when you play this card, you get to scratch something off. You have to acquire a card like the Ring of Being a Giant, where it says mark an available blue card, or maybe a quest of yours, a side quest or solo quest, or something in your book allows you to mark a blue card, and it's always going to say blue card. So you're going to take one of these stickers, you're going to place it over here, and that then gives you the ability to scratch off. You do not have to scratch off the same card that you put the sticker on. you could, for example, take this card here, cover up this one with a sticker, and then scratch this one off. And it's noted in the rule books that you can mark available cards, and available, as far as this game is concerned, includes the cards in the market row. So you could mark a card in the market row. You could say this procured newt was sitting in the market row, the adventure row, sorry. You could sticker it, leave it there, and then scratch off something, say, in your hand. That is something you can do. Also, if you are ever told to mark a location, for example, here, if we flip this over, you can see that this location has been marked. Very, very mini spoiler there, but you're essentially going to use these. It's not even a mini spoiler, just you get to name something. Surprise! You're going to use these big stickers like that and place them onto the board. Those instructions were pretty clear. But again, right off the bat, I was confused as to where's the stickers? Where do I get these stickers? Well, in the setup instructions, before even step 1, it tells you to dive into the box. It says when you pick your character, dive into the sticker secret envelope and pull out these for each character. But again, very important to note, I'm going to repeat it again. First thing, you have to acquire something or complete something that tells you mark an available blue card. That's the text you're looking for. Then you're going to take one of your stickers. You're going to put it on any card. So it could be this one or it could be this one. If you put it on this one, you get to scratch off a blue card. All right. There are instances in the game where you will be told you may scratch off a starting card because those have scratch off areas, or you are required to scratch off a monster card, in which case you look at the adventure row, you pick a monster card that has a scratch area open and you scratch it off because those are probably going to be negative. Everything else generally is positive for you. And if you back the Kickstarter, you should have a coin for exactly such purposes of doing the scratching. I've yet to find any flip a coin scenarios in the game, but these come in very handy for scratching off the cards. Hopefully this video was helpful for you. Again, this was a very tricky thing for us to wrap our heads around, mainly because we are veteran Clank players and this has never been in a game of Clank before. This has never been in a Legacy game that I've played before. So, yeah. This is marking and scratching off cards in Clank Legacy 2. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great day.